to my YouTube channel, Weddings on a Dime. I am so excited to have you here with me today as I give you some tips on how to save money for your big day and just really how to have a cheap wedding. Today I'm going to be talking about 15 wedding hacks that you can do on how to save money for your big day. If you could, please hit the subscribe button. That would help out a lot. And please let me know of any other videos that you would like to see in the future. Or if you'd like to see another one of my hacks videos, please let me know in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get started. First, make your own wedding bouquet. That can save you a lot of money when planning your wedding. Bouquet places are very expensive where they make your own, especially the bridal bouquet can be hundreds of dollars. So what I did for my wedding was we just made our own bouquets. We bought bulk flowers at a grocery store that had a floral department, and we just used those with some of my friends and family who were creative and knew how to arrange the flowers. We looked on Pinterest for ideas, and that really helped save us probably hundreds of dollars instead of going to an actual floral store where they make them for you. Making your own flower bouquets can save you a lot of money, and it's a fun and easy thing to do. Number 2 is do your own makeup. Having someone or paying someone to do your own makeup can be very, very expensive. Unless maybe you have a friend who can give you a good deal. The best thing is to do lots and lots of practice of doing your own makeup. That's what I did for my big day. I watched YouTube videos, I went out and bought new makeup that they had suggested, and I tried it on a month in advance of my wedding. I didn't want to try new makeup the day of or the day before because there's no telling what reaction you might get from the makeup. So the best thing to do is months in advance, try on that makeup, see if you like it, see how it reacts to your skin. You want it to look natural and you're true to yourself. So I would watch lots of videos on the type of makeup that you are wanting for yourself, and then see if you can do it yourself, or maybe you have a friend who's good at doing makeup who could apply it for you, or a family member. Number 3, for saving money for my wedding, we borrowed a lot of decorations from friends and family. We knew several other people who had recently gotten married, and they said they hadn't sold it yet. They just had it sitting in their garage or their closet, and they said, why don't y'all come out and look and see if you see anything you like? And that's what I did. We used several cake stands that they had, some leaf floral arrangements for the table. We used these little twinkle lights to put under the cake. And I think there were name tags for ice cream. They had a bunch of different stuff that we were able to use. Some buckets to put the ice cream in to make it look pretty. So if you know friends or family who've gotten married before, reach out to them, see if they still kept a lot of their decorations or any other types of supplies, because it can be helpful to reuse again instead of having to buy something new. Then you're left with it just like they were, but that way it's getting some use out of it. So go ask them, maybe suggest if it's someone you don't know very well, maybe tell them that you could buy it from them at a discounted rate. It's up to you, but check around, see if you have any friends that might have something that you could borrow. Number 4 is find a free wedding venue. That's what I did with planning my wedding. I really didn't want to spend a lot. We were on a very cheap budget. We wanted our wedding to be under $3,000, and that's what we did. We really wanted a cheap but beautiful wedding, and so we found a free wedding venue. It was at a church. So I know there's lots of places, if you look around, you could find something free. Might not be what you had maybe envisioned or always dreamed about, but I mean, it's worth it to have some place that's going to be free, you're not paying for it, and the location we had it at was still very beautiful. Number 5 was not having a meal for the reception. When planning our wedding, we knew we wanted to save a lot of money, like I said earlier. And we decided to have our wedding at a time where we wouldn't have to have a meal. We were just decided we'd pick a couple of appetizers to put out, snack food. That way our guests would have something to eat, but it wasn't a full-on meal. We decided to do one of each of our favorite things. I love ice cream and cookies, and my husband likes popcorn, so we had a little popcorn bar, and months in advance my mother and I made cookies and froze them for the wedding, so that was a cheap and easy thing to do, not too much prep right before or the week of the wedding. And we also had an ice cream bar. So that was really inexpensive and a fun, cute idea to have, where we saved money instead of having a big meal that would have taken a lot of time and money to prepare. Number 6 is decorating your own wedding cake. When we bought my wedding cake, it was very simple, just a 3-tier white cake, but we decided we just were going to decorate the cake ourselves. My cousin's very creative, so I asked her if she would take some of our leftover flowers from the bouquets to go ahead and arrange them on the cake. It was beautiful. She had them going up the cake with a slight curve, very simple, elegant, and beautiful. And it was a great way to save some money instead of it costing a lot more for our cake to just put on the decorations that they had, when I had leftover flowers that I could use for my cake to decorate it and make it look elegant. Number 7 is finding your wedding dress on sale. Go out and look as much as you can, try lots of different bridal stores, try on different kinds of dresses, because you never know what you'll like until you try it on. I had a totally different idea of what I thought I would like, but once I started trying them on, I realized I liked a different style. So we went to a bunch of different places. Dresses are so expensive. It was so hard to decide, because you want something that you look good in and that you love, but you also want something that's not going to break your bank. So I looked around a lot. I tried on dresses that were only in my price range, and I happened across one bridal store and saw this dress that was on sale, and it was already pretty low price compared to other dresses. Tried it on and loved it. I fell in love immediately. It was just what I needed, and elegant, beautiful, and on sale. So it made it for an awesome grab, and I was so excited that I found something that was on sale. So I would suggest checking online for sales that are going on. Go into the store, ask them when sales are coming up. If you're planning a short wedding, then it's a little bit trickier, but just try to go to as many places as you can. Number 8 for how we saved money for my wedding was I wanted an arbor for the end of the ceremony behind where we were standing. And so I was trying to think, how could I get an arbor? Those are so expensive. I looked online everywhere. There were hundreds of dollars to have an arbor. And so I found a picture of one, showed it to my dad, and he was thinking, oh, I know someone who works with wood, can build things, and he said, I'll show him the picture and see if he can make it. Sure enough, this man happened to have some extra wood lying around, used wood, but he said he would take the nails out, do something to the wood to make it look a little bit better. I'm not sure what it was, maybe sand it down and make the arbor. And sure enough, the next day he made the arbor for me. It was gorgeous, and we just added some white fabric to it to make it look a little bit more elegant, and very simple, very easy DIY thing to do to help your wedding. So that was one thing we did to save money. Number 9, wedding planner. So I didn't pay anyone to plan my wedding. My wedding was very simple, small wedding, on a budget. So I used an app called The Knot. Very helpful. It gives you a checklist of what to do when planning your wedding. It tells you when to have it done by. Very great. I loved it because it had so many things that I wouldn't have even thought about, of what I needed to prepare, when to send out invitations, thank you notes. It even has a checklist for you to do post-wedding, so it was awesome. I loved it. I would suggest, if you don't already, download The Knot and use it. It helped me out a lot for planning my wedding. Number 10, the photographer. So we saved money on our photographer because it was someone we knew. She was new to photography. One thing I would suggest is if you're wanting to spend less on your wedding, then put more money toward your photographer, because that's something that you're going to look back on years to come, and you want your pictures to be wonderful. So meet with your photographer ahead of time. But if you do have a friend, there's so many people out there nowadays who are great photographers. So if you have a friend who dabbles in photography, maybe ask them if they could do a little mini engagement shoot, see how the pictures turn out, and ask them what their rate is. It's probably a lot lower than normal rates are. Maybe a college student who's wanting to make a little extra money would love to shoot your wedding. But make sure beforehand you do practice shoot with them, talk with them, tell them what you're expecting. Make sure you have a contract set up with them of what you're wanting and what you'll get in return. Number 11, your wedding coordinator. So we saved money by not hiring anyone. I asked one of my friends who's very reliable, she's very on top, organized, she gets things done, and she was awesome. I told her exactly what she needed to do as we're walking down the aisle. I told her when I needed to cut the cake. I told her when we needed to exit. Everything. And she came up to me at those times, pulled me away, said, hey, it's time to cut the cake, and we went. So she was great at keeping things moving at a great pace and kept us on time. So if you have a reliable, organized friend, I would suggest having someone do that instead of paying someone. At least if you're having a small wedding, not something that's real grand, then I would suggest just getting a friend, someone you can trust that can get things done. Number 12, so to help save money, like I said earlier, we made the cookies. It's great to make those ahead of time and freeze them so that the week of the wedding you're not having to bake anything, you're not having to cook anything, everything is prepared. That's one thing we did. We made the cookies and we froze them to help save money for the week of the wedding. Number 13, go check out Hobby Lobby. Check to see when they're having their sale in the wedding section. They have it, I think it's for 2 weeks every month. The wedding stuff will go on sale. It's about 50% off, which is great. We would go and check there as often as we could. We'd find new things. I would suggest even going and checking the regular sale section of Hobby Lobby, not just the wedding section, but their sale section, because sometimes they'll have decorations there, just random candles, stuff you can use to decorate your tables with. Any type of craft store, go and check their sales, see what they have, because you never know what you could find that would be a great DIY table decoration, something you could change but to make it look elegant and simple. Number 14, bridesmaids dresses. So sometimes those can cost a lot of money. One thing I did was I was gonna have my bridesmaids just find their own dress, even though it would be different from each other, or if they already owned a dress and the color that I wanted, they could use it. But one of my bridesmaids found a dress, it was like $20 to $30, and so the rest of my bridesmaids liked it and they all bought it. So that's one thing you can do, is not buying the bridesmaids dresses yourselves, just telling your bridesmaids what you're looking for and what price range to stay in. Just tell them don't spend a lot, just use your best judgment, show them what color, maybe have them show you the dress beforehand, you can approve it. That way they're not spending a lot on their dress just because they're in your wedding. You don't want them spending a lot, but just tell them get something that they like, because you want them to be comfortable as well. Number 15. So this one's kind of silly, but I'm going to end with this one. Do your own nails. Make sure you do lots of practice, or the night before get with your bridesmaids and maybe see if they will do your nails for you. I'm not the best at doing my own nails, so I went to a salon to have my nails done, but I did my own toenails. I would suggest having someone else do them for you, because it can be tricky to do your own and you don't want to mess up your own nails. So get a bridesmaid. If you're with them the night before the wedding, then you can all do your nails together and just have some fun. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you learned something on how to save money for your own wedding. Please hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.